Hey friends, welcome to another Tabs Bracket Challenge, Madness Bracket Challenge. This is Jackson's Toy Box coming to you with another bracket challenge for Tabs. I am Mike, Jackson's dad, and I've hijacked Jackson's YouTube channel because I like playing Tabs too. In our last series of videos, we did an individual March Madness style bracket challenge with the units, and we had some major upsets, including the winner was somebody that nobody expected to win. So if you haven't seen those videos, make sure you watch them. We had a lot of fun doing that, and now we're going to do a unit faction challenge with all the individual units together, one unit from each faction, excluding the superhero units like the Ice Giant and Tree Giant and stuff like that. And so we're going to have all these characters you see here, one from each. So in the Ancients, we'll have a team of 7. And then we have actually 10 from the Dynasty division, and then so on from there. And the way we did the seeding, so Dynasty is number 1, Medieval 2, then on from there, is based on the total cost of their units altogether. So the Ancients had a total cost of 5,100, whereas the Dynasty's total cost was 7,600, and that was the most, and so they ended up being the number 1 seed. And so we've got a couple first round buys. The two number 1 and number 2 seeds get a first round bye, and the lesser units or factions are going to duke it out, and then we're going to try to determine a champion from there. So before we get started, I guess I would ask you the question: do you think the Dynasty or Medieval is going to be the best faction if you have one from each? I don't know. I would have to think Dynasty is going to do pretty darn good. They've got a lot of powerful people, but I think Medieval actually has 11 characters on their team, and so we'll have to see what they can do as well too. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching this video, and if you do enjoy watching it, please put your comments down below or give us a thumbs up or share the video. Those things would all be much appreciated. But without further ado, let's get started here. Now, we're going to use the venue based on the higher seed. So the first matchup is Ancient versus Farmer factions. So we'll go ahead and we will do an Ancient sandbox. We'll choose Ancient number 2. And let's go ahead and get the Ancients out. So we've got, we'll try to put them in kind of some semblance of order here. Oops, there's the hoplite, right? That is a hoplite, right? Did we get the hoplite down in there? Yeah, we did get the hoplite, okay. And then we'll get a snake archer up here. We've got the ballista. The ballista did very well. As did the Minotaur and Zeus, all did very well in the individual bracket challenge. And in the Ancients, we should have 7. I don't believe they have any other secret units, right? Not that I'm aware of. If I'm wrong, make sure you put that down below in the comments. And then we said it's going to be against the farmers. And the farmers only really have 7 people as well. So let's see what we've got. We've got a halfling. And in fact, if you didn't see the matchup of the halfling versus the monk in the individual bracket challenge, by golly, you got to go back and watch that, because that was absolutely an amazing matchup. Halfling versus monk was absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, we got Scarecrow in the back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who do you think will win? Certainly, it's got to be Ancients, right? Okay, Potion Seller's doing some work. The wheelbarrow's causing some problems right here. We got a lot going on. We got to keep a wide angle right here, because I'll tell you what, the ballista has already got some trouble. The wheelbarrow may have taken it out. And now we can get in here a little bit, because the Skyther, Minotaur's already down. The Skyther is also down, but the Scarecrow is really the last hope here. Can the Scarecrow do anything against Zeus? I don't think so. I think that the Scarecrow is yeah, Zeus should be taking the Scarecrow out fairly soon, and as we expected, the Ancients have gone through as the number 4 seed. So Ancients will face off against Dynasty, number 1 versus 4 as we expect. But first we have to do number 3 seed Viking versus Tribal number 5. And to do that, we've got to go to the Viking sandbox. Let's go ahead and find that. Let's go regular Viking sandbox here. And now the Vikings should have 9 people on their team, because we got a couple secret units that we'll do for them. So we'll get a headbutter. Boy, I don't like this at all. Let's get a different view. Sorry about that. Let's go back to the other Viking sandbox where we can actually see some stuff instead of all that snow. Okay, we can see a little bit better here. So we've got a headbutter. Let's get the ice archer in the back. We got the brawler. You know, Berserker is going to want. Oh, jeez. You know that Berserker is going to want. I gotta make sure I can see what's actually going on here. We are getting the right units. Brawler, Berserker, Valkyrie. Valkyrie did fantastic. I believe made it to the final 4, maybe even the final 2 in the bracket challenge, the individual bracket challenge. So if you haven't seen that, you got to go back and watch that because that was a great job. Let's give Uller some room to work here. Uller also was like a number 2 or number 3 seed. And also Vlad did pretty well too. Okay, so now we need, we're going up against the tribal units, and tribals should have 8 people. So tribal, we've got a clubber, we've got a protector. Let's give the stone thrower some room to work as well. Love the chieftain. The chieftain's a pretty powerful unit when he gets a chance to work here. Then we got the mammoth, and then we also have the cheerleader. The cheerleader is a tribal unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That is right. So who do we have in this particular battle here? We've got the Viking already out in front along with the Berserker. Can the Mammoth do any damage before it gets taken out? Will the Cheerleader be able to help at all? So Mammoth is doing some work, but yeah, it was just too much to overcome there. And as expected, the number 3 seed Viking has moved on. Okay, so we're down to the final 4. We got 1 versus 4, Dynasty Ancient and Medieval Viking. Who do you think is going to advance? First thing we're going to do is the Medieval and the Viking group. So we're just going to clear one side out. We've already got that, and now we're going to get 11 Medieval challengers to come through, including, let's see here, we're going to get a Jester. We've got the Teacher. Put the Jester down here. We got the Teacher. We got the Executioner. Executioner had a really good match against the Samurai in the individual challenge as well, too. I think that's it of the guys there. And so now we're going to get over into the rest of the guys. Let's see if the Bard can make anybody confused. We'll put the Archer down below here as well, too. We've got the Healer. We're going to want to get the Healer with the King, right? No, it's not. That's another Healer. Let's get the King here. Who do you think is going to win this matchup here? Let's get the Catapult with some chance to do some action. And the Knight also did fairly well. Not as well as I thought he was going to do in the individual challenge, but he still held his own. So that should be 11 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, who do you have? Will Medieval, the number 2 seed and the favorite, pull it out, even though it's on Vikings' home turf? And I just realized, actually, this should be on the Medieval's home turf. So Vikings have a challenge here. We're going to have a protest if for some reason Medieval does not win this here. The King has got the Healer helping him. I think the Medieval should pull this off because the Catapult is still not even damaged, and the Healer is really working on the King. Although Uller is still doing some damage back here. Can the King get through enough? Uller is doing some major damage. Oh, but there's the Catapult coming through. Can the King get a whack on Uller? This is a pretty good matchup. No, Uller is gone. So Medieval, even though they got robbed of their home turf, yeah, Medieval has done it. So the number 2 seed, Medieval, has advanced into the final 2. And now we're going to see who takes them on. Will it be Dynasty on their home turf, or will it be Ancient? We got to go to Dynasty's home turf. And this is a wild card home turf because, you know, it does have that hole in the middle. So first things first, we've got to get Ancient. Ancient should have 7 players. So we've got a Shield Bearer. We've got the Sarisa. We've got the Hoplite all together there. We've got the Snake Archer over here. And we've got the Ballista. We want to get the Ballista in an area where he can at least do something. Minotaur, you know, is going to want to... let's move him a little farther here. Let's move him right here. Oh, we've got to get him up a little closer. Okay, and then, of course, we've got Zeus. Okay, so that's only 7. Dynasty has 10 players, and we would think Dynasty is going to do pretty well here. The Samurai had a really cool matchup in his battle in the individual, and of course the Monk versus the Halflings was one of the best matchups of all. Okay, we got the individual Dragon. We don't want him to fall in the hole, so let's see if he'll be okay there. I don't know if he'll be okay or not right there. Okay, and then of course the Hwacha was actually one of the stars of the show in the individual battle. Now we also have some secret units I think we can take here that are still in range. Taekwondo can still work, and the fan bearer is also a one that could be of assistance here. So that should be 10 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, who do you think will win? Will it be the #1 seed Dynasty? Okay, the Minotaur. Oh, the Minotaur is actually in the river. Can he come out of the river? I don't know. He's going to fall away. And the Minotaur is gone already. Minotaur's gone. Zeus is going to fall down the hole. No, he's not down the hole. Yes, Zeus is down the hole. Oh, the Monkey King has already taken over things. I told you this venue is a wild card venue. It's really unfortunate. Yeah. What a shame that that this venue really destroyed. And it could be where I placed the players, and I'm, if that's the case, well, that's my bad. But Dynasty does advance, and you know what? It's just the #1 versus #2 seed, and it's going to be same thing here on this home turf. But now we've got the medieval characters coming through, and let's see what medieval can do. So we've got the bard up here. We've got the squire. We've got an archer. Let's go ahead and get the catapult with some room to move. Okay. We've got a knight. We've got the king, and of course we want the healer, right? And now we've got the secret units. We should get a jester. We've got a teacher. We've got an executioner. And we've got a mace spinner. It's a shame we don't have a cheerleader to make it a tornado. But let's see, that should be 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, who do you think will win? Will it be the #1 seed Dynasty, 7,600 cost, versus the medieval with only 5,300, but medieval has more characters? What's it going to be? Make sure you let us know what you think. So the dragon is already down. Hawacha has already destroyed a number of units, but wait a second here. Let's get into the matchup here a little bit closer. Can Hawacha get more? Oh, the Monkey King is battling a fierce battle. I think that's versus the knight. If Hawacha can get more. No, the knight and the mace spinner still going. The monk is there. The executioner is coming on strong. Hawacha is down. Is the Monkey King even around anymore? I don't even see the Monkey King anymore. Where did he go? This is amazing. I think who was even left over there? The mace spinner and the knight and the fireworks archer. Yes, so the medieval group has done it. I got to be honest with you. I didn't even see what happened to the king over there. So, and you know what? I don't even think we had a king in there, because I think that was actually 2 knights. My bad on that. But you know what? Hey, medieval group actually still won. So your champion is the #2 seed, medievals, with 11 characters. Probably unofficial, so they didn't have the right people on there. But so what? We did it. After all, the faction battle challenge with non-superheroes was won by medieval. Tune in next time when we do the superheroes included in the faction battle challenge. What is that going to mean? Viking will be #1 because they're going to have the ice giant? We'll have to see. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you hadn't seen the individual bracket challenge, make sure you check that out as well too, because we had some major surprises there. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.